What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Well, by the time you're listening to this, probably Saturday. Hope you guys having a great, safe weekend. It is I, again, your most awesome host with the mostest, I guess. Bridgetown BS, Mr. Brent's right here. I'm going to bring in my sexy artisanal chocolate himself, Mr. Artie the Casas Pasas. What's up, baby?
What's up, big guy? How we doing?
Oh, another day, another $1.50 because they're giving me hazard pay now. But, you know, it's still not getting me by. It is what it is.
Hey, I'll take it.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still taking it, right? Tonight, we have a very special guest. Tyler, what's going on, man?
How are you guys?
I'm doing all right, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Give us a little snippet about who you are, why you are, and what the hell you're doing here, man.
Tyler Carter, reigning from Oklahoma. Live in Texas now, originally from Oklahoma. Became friends with Artie through some mutual friends. Have a little bit of a baseball background. And got invited on the show tonight. So, with these spectacular men.
Right on. I mean, that qualifies you alone to be on this show. Just knowing Artie, just saying hi really qualifies you at this point for the show. I mean, there's no real please be on with us, would you?
Tyler's on the opposite end of baseball for me, though. I was always more of a hitter, known for hitting and stuff like that. And Tyler's he's actually a pitcher. A dude that grew up more in the pitching end.
My kindred spirit. A kindred spirit. There we go. I pitched too, man. Damn. What's up, babe?
Just to make it clear, I suck at hitting. So I was a PO all the way up through college and everywhere beyond that. So,
hey, you got 2 colleges to play, and that's something in itself.
Right. So, I always did enjoy the home run derbies, though, in college, whenever the POs got to hit. And, I think it's the last time I swung a bat.
That's funny.
It's only been, by the sound of your voice, it's only been like a year since you were in college, right?
No, it's been, how old am I now? I just turned 28. So.
Oh my God, a baby! You brought a baby in here, Artie. He not only is a baby, but before the show started, guys, he told me that the beer he was drinking was Oklahoma beer. You said?
Yes, because I did not grab any from my fridge in Texas before I came out
here. It is a whopping 3% alcohol.
Yes, so I'm going to have to double it up tonight.
Yes, so as you all know, if you're listening at home, there's a 3-drink minimum on the show. Tonight, though, for Tyler, he's going to have at least 7, if not 8, to compare to our quote-unquote 3. I know I always go through more than 3, but still. So for the first one of the night, officially, I know we've all started beforehand, but officially, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Ah.
If I'm taking 8, I'm gonna need to request a couple bathroom breaks too after this.
That's completely okay. It's okay. You know, we'll cut it out. Don't worry. Just make sure you don't leave the mic on, because we might leave it on if you're going to be in there with the mic on. So first on the agenda tonight, real quick, I noticed that The Last Dance is going to start this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 10-part documentary starting this weekend. It's an in-depth look at the Chicago Bulls and what brought them to the 6th of their championships during that 90s run, and what problems they ran into, including the problems with the front office. I think it's going to be interesting to see what issues, because I never knew they had issues with Jerry Kraus, who was the GM of the Bulls, and he had with the players. They showed the extended look at the 10-part series, and they were saying that this guy Jerry Kraus grew up as the short, fat little kid nobody wanted to play with, whatever, and he grew up with a chip on his shoulder with his little man syndrome, and that really bugged him because he was able to put together, winning squads or whatever. But they were saying that he couldn't do it without Jordan. The 2 years or whatever that Jordan was gone, or the year that he was gone, they weren't able to win, and he said that he was the one that built the team or whatever, but there was just conflict between him and the players. So I'm pretty excited. As a Jordan fan, as a Bulls fan, I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. The first 2 episodes are going live on, like I said, Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific on ESPN Plus. So I'm pretty excited about that.
So they're not going to be on regular ESPN? Wait, I'm confused with that part.
I think it's only online. So I think you're only going to be able to see it online. I think they might show the actual. I got to double check with that. It might show on ESPN. But I know that on ESPN Plus, you'll get the first and second episode immediately. The following week, they'll give you the 3 next episodes. The following week, the next 3, and then the final week will be the last one, I believe.
So what you're saying is us poor Mexicans over here are going to have to wait it out, watch it little by little, or use our little creativity and find a way to stream it and download it legally online, right?
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I have ESPN Plus because I'm a sports nut and I can't live without sport. It's this bad. Okay, first, just on a side note here, tangent. We watched 42 last night. And we were supposed to watch it the night before, but we got into some things. So we watched it last night. And at the end of the goddamn movie, I was like, about to tears, man. And I'm like, fuck, I miss baseball so goddamn much. I want sports in my life. Oh, it was bad. It was terrible. But yeah, sports come back. And we'll get into some of the things that people are saying about sports and stuff like that. Maybe coming back at some point in time this year. So we'll see.
I like with that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I said I like all the little interesting tidbits that are coming out about Jordan right now with this Last Dance coming out. So like the other day, Dominique Wilkins talked about how Jordan walked into his locker room, and I forgot who the player was. It's not a big name guy, right? Like a guy that I recognize because it's back in the early 80s when I was little. So he walks in. And he taps the guy, Jordan, and that's like a big old taboo, right? Not to walk into the other team's locker room. But Jordan was young and cocky and stuff like that, and walks into the Hawks locker room. And he goes up to the guy that's going to guard him real quick, and he's like, "Hey, lace him up nice and tight." He's like, "It's going to be a long night, right?" And then Dominique was like, "What the hell are you doing in here?" Like he just came in, told him that real quick, and then he left. And then he's all, "That's the night that Jordan dropped 60 on the Hawks."
Like, Dad, he knew. He knew it was about to happen. There was another story they had with Kobe Bryant. The first time Jordan and Kobe met, Jordan told Kobe, "You're never gonna be me. Who the hell do you think you are?" And Jordan dropped, I think it was 45 on him that night. Right? Nothing crazy, nothing outlandish, but 45 is still 45 to drop on Kobe. Apparently, for like 2 weeks, Kobe didn't want to talk to anybody. Kobe was pissed. Kobe was irate, just beside himself, right? He was showing up to practice extra early, staying out extra late. He got into his Mamba mentality at that time. Somebody asked like 2 weeks later, like, "Dude, what the fuck is with Kobe? Like, why is he mad? Like, what's going on?" And they're like, "Well, that game against the Bulls, or no, it was the Wizards. When Jordan was still with the Wizards, he told him like, 'Hey man, you're here. They're here to see me, not you. You're never going to be me. Get out of here.'" And he dropped 45 on him. They're like, "Dude, it's been 2 weeks. He's still harboring that." And they were like, "Yeah, man, he's still pissed." So the next time the Lakers met Jordan and the Wizards, Kobe went off for like 50 and like just shut Jordan up. Like, "Shut up, man. I got you. I'm coming in and I'm gonna be the next one." So it's really interesting to see. It's going to be really interesting to see like this whole in-depth 10-part document. Like, I'm really, really excited.
I'm curious to hear where you got some of this stuff from, because the first time Kobe played Jordan wasn't when he was with the Bulls. It was with the Wizards, with the Bulls.
Oh, was it with the Bulls? I know. Yeah. I may have been off by the team, but I know that's what the conversation was.
Yeah,
because they were talking.
You are right. The very last time that Kobe played Jordan, I believe Kobe dropped 50 in the game. In the very last time that Kobe played Jordan.
Yeah.
And actually, I believe the first time that they played each other, I could be wrong here because I saw these stats. I believe Kobe outscored Jordan the first time they played against each other, but the Bulls won. And it wasn't like Kobe outscored him by a lot either, though. But I believe Kobe outscored him by like 5 points or something like that. And the Bulls won. And then Kobe took that to heart. And then they just kept – they played each other quite a few more times after that. And then obviously Jordan retired another time, or for what was it, second time at that point, and then came back with the Wizards for his like final farewell run.
So here it is right here. I just looked it up. Jordan took Bryant to school with 36 points, including 13 in an explosive first quarter. But the teenager did come prepared for the duel against his boyhood idol. Bryant went off for 33 points of his own. Damn, somebody's got a mechanical keyboard over there. Jesus Christ! Let's get the silencer on that, huh?
I know you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
Picked it up strong.
Yeah, it was hard. They fell to the Bulls 104-83. So the Bulls did win. Jordan did outscore him by what? 3 points. 3 points.
Yeah.
But he took it to heart, and he harbored that hatred, that like drive. I don't want to say hatred, but the drive to try and beat him, to be better, till the next time they met, and he just went off on him after that.
But the funny thing is, that's what Kobe does to other people. You know, he would. Who's the one? I don't know if Jordan told Kobe, or Kobe then told someone else. But I remember hearing the story of someone put up points. I think Kobe put up a bucket on Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan was already past his prime, and Kobe was coming into his prime. And then Jordan kind of jumped right back up and took it back because Kobe was busy celebrating or whatever, and went and put points right back on, like because Kobe was messing around underneath the hoop or something like that.
Yeah.
Jordan got him on transition, right? And then I believe, again, this was something that I heard, wasn't that I haven't heard recently. It was something I heard before, but I know Kobe said, I learned a really valuable lesson. I remember thinking, I was all badass because I scored on him, blah, blah, blah. Then before I knew it, he was down court and just laying the ball right back up and getting the points back. And then he said something about Jordan taught me a lesson and said, the game goes on. The game goes on. Like, it's cool that you scored a point, but you still got a whole game to play, so you can't just be busy being excited about 1 point. And I believe Kobe then did that to someone else and told him the same thing.
Hey, greatness preaches the greatness, and then becomes greatness, and it keeps moving forward, man.
Yeah,
it's the Mamba mentality right there.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So I think it's cool stuff, and I think that's like. Stuff like that is where like LeBron's clearly obviously taking that torch from Kobe. And then I'm kind of curious to see, who do you think maybe LeBron is looking to pass that torch to, or do you think is going to be the guy that he passes that torch to?
Let me ask you this first. How many more seasons do you think LeBron has realistically?
Good ones or like seasons?
How many good seasons and how many seasons does he have left?
Honestly, I personally think LeBron's going to try to wait it out until his son goes pro.
Yeah, I can see that.
So his son is a freshman in high school, so he's got 3 more years. Then he's got to play 1 year, not necessarily college. He could play like G League or overseas. So that's 4 years, so then 5. So LeBron's got at least 5 to 7 years left.
Okay.
Is in my opinion, right? 5 to 7 years. I also got to see where his numbers are because I know that dude wants to finish like top 3 for all like the major categories that he has a shot in, right?
Right.
So I say 5 or 7 at minimum, and I think good ones. I think that dude's still like gonna be a all NBA first teamer for like the next 3 years, like first teamer for sure. He's not slowing down. He's just big. He reminds me of a football player that really knows how to play basketball. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Like, so you saying that? I think the person he's going to pass the torch off to isn't here yet.
Don't say son.
No, he's not here yet. I think within about 4 years we're going to get somebody coming up who's going to have that drive, and he's going to pass the torch on to him. But I don't think he's out there just yet. I don't hear anybody. I mean, Zion's name got thrown out there, but
Zion reminds me of like a Charles Barkley.
Yes,
he doesn't have
exactly.
Yeah, he can't control the game. The game. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's a good player or even a special player, but his body type just doesn't seem like it's going to be able to withstand the test of time. You know,
right.
You're going to have to be able. You have to take care of yourself and be able to take care of yourself. And that dude carries a lot of weight.
Yeah, I mean, he busted through his shoes that one time.
Yeah, it's easy to carry the weight when you're young, bro. But you know, like most of us, I mean, Tyler's not there yet. But once you hit that magic number 30, bro, everything just starts changing. You know, everything changes.
That age comes at 25.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up! Wait till you get to 35, bro. Jesus Christ, I can't even with you right now.
Yeah, 25 through 30 is pretty. It's always a good one. You know, it's
right.
It's those are like your prime years, and you bounce back and heal and everything, and you feel fast and strong. And then 30, you're learning to adjust with diminishing the skills just a hair. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's more like your body starts reacting differently.
Right.
And that's really what I think I'm curious. I don't know. I I just don't see a guy. I can agree with you on that, Brent. I don't see a guy out there right now that's just like taking the bull by the horns type of thing.
Yeah, or coming out as dominant right now, want it like that. I don't see anybody that's like that. Like I said, Zion, like you said, I think he's more of a Charles Barkley type, like a Karl Malone kind of type. Like he's there to play the game. He's going to be good, but he's not going to dominate like Kobe, like Jordan, like LeBron is right now. He's not going to take over the game to make sure you guys win. He's going to be a part of the win, but he's not going to take over the game to do it.
I beg to differ.
What?
Who do you like?
I beg to differ.
About Zion or who?
I have chances.
Dude, I may be biased about this, but I'm a huge Devin Booker fan.
Booker, yeah, but Booker's team hasn't even been 500 yet, like in a season.
But we're talking about Booker, though. We're not talking about the team.
Yeah, that is part of it, though. Your team's got to make the playoffs. Like you can't pass the torch to a dude that never makes the playoffs.
True, but I mean, if you're looking at true stature, though, he's part of the elite brotherhood that's ever reached 70 points in a single game. I mean,
but
about Wilt Chamberlain,
you get one game. Okay, now what? What else are you gonna do? You have. It's kind of like how can I say this without sounding disgusting? My thing on Mike Trout, right? Artie keeps telling me, like, get off his nuts, bro. He hasn't won it. Where's the playoff wins? Where's the... Like, hey, dude, he's got 3 MVPs. Okay, cool. All right, good. But go win the championship. Go win some playoff games. So until he... I know it isn't. No, he's a great player. He like Tyler said, he's a great player. But he hasn't won anything or shown that he can carry a team with him the whole way. And LeBron's done it. Kobe did it. And Jordan did it.
See, and here's a couple. So we got to look at some criterias as well, too, right? Okay, at least for me. So LeBron and Kobe are guys that fit the mold of Jordan because they won some titles, they win a lot of games, they put up numbers, they play both sides of the ball. Okay, we could talk about some guys that are really good. Don't get me wrong. Like there's quite a few. Okay, like Luka. Luka's awesome. Okay, he could put up triple doubles, stuff like that. Okay?
We've been on a couple of those conversations.
But doesn't play defense, right? He's not an elite defender.
Right.
Steph Curry, same thing. A dude that shoots the lights out, right? But doesn't play elite defense. If you're gonna pass the torch, it's gotta be a guy that's gonna be at least a second team all defensive player, right? And Booker again, he hasn't even been a first team all NBA player yet. You know, he barely made his first All-Star game this year. And he was like the very last reserve to get in. And that's not saying that he's not a good player or anything. But I'm thinking it's got to be someone that plays both sides of the ball. That just dominates both sides of the ball. Or at least is in the mix for doing both sides of the ball. If he was a little younger, you know, a dude that could say, oh, maybe he's passing the torch to, I would say like a Kawhi Leonard. Right?
Okay, I could see that.
Like, because he plays both sides of the ball. Now, Kawhi is like, he's kind of, I guess, running the same path as LeBron. I don't see Kawhi having like a long ass career. I don't think Kawhi really cares to have like a long career. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Kawhi is like the Tom Brady of the NBA. Like that dude just wants to win a title. Doesn't care if he scores 2 points or 30 points, as long as he wins that title. You know? Any thoughts on that?
I'm okay with that. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement right there. You can take it to the bank and cash it twice. I'm okay. But I honestly, right now, if you told me who's the person that's going to take the torch now, I don't see it. There's a maybe here. There's a maybe there. But
if you have to pick one guy, pick one guy. I'm going to give you my guy, okay, who I would say he's not there yet. But I say, okay, hey, this is a guy that I think maybe could get there or could be that, right? Because it's got to be a strong personality type of guy too, right?
Yeah.
Someone that's strong enough to carry this thing. I forget how to say his name, but it's J.A. Morant, I believe?
John Morant?
Yeah. I think he's the guy that could be like that.
He's another guy that I'm biased about. I got balls.
Yeah. And he plays both sides of the ball too.
Yes,
he can carry his team. He motivates them. He gets them excited. He's a very good player, and he's still developing his jumper very much like LeBron did. You know, when LeBron first came, he's only a rookie, you know, but just like when LeBron first came into the NBA, they were like daring him to shoot. And I don't know if you saw the clips where Harden was like literally off of him. He said, all right, I dare you to shoot. Like, go for it. And then on the second, he did it twice to him. James Harden just backed off of him and let him take the jumper.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay hit that shot, the second one, and he says, "Tell that motherfucker who I am. Tell him who I am." And he's at their house, and he ended up winning that game. And that's a dude that I could see like being that maybe later on down the line, because he plays both sides of the ball. Sure. Do I think he's there yet? No. Do I think he can be? Yeah, he's a guy that has a shot, because he's got to be someone that's really young, that's barely starting off,
Right.
So, and he's just a rookie, and he's gonna get some weight to him too. He's a little flaco, he's a little skinny guy right now, but I think he's gonna get some weight to him, and he's gonna be pretty damn good if he gets a little weight to him and hits a jumper and just keeps developing defensively,
Sure.
Plus, he's gonna have plus he has the ball in his hand, which is, again, he's in that same mold of LeBron, Kobe, and Michael. It's a guy that has to have the ball in his hand and create the plays. It's not like a dude that's why, like, Tim Duncan was never put in that mold of like, taking over for Jordan. Tim Duncan, ran the same path as like a Shaq, where, well, they're the dominant big mans of the era type of thing, and I think that's kind of different conversation and different personalities, perspectives. I don't know. So who's your guys? If you could pick one guy, obviously Tyler picked Devin Booker. Who do you got, Brent? Like, again, if you had to pick one guy.
Honestly, right now, I can't pick anybody. Realistically, I can't. I don't want to throw a name out there. I don't know. I'd have to look and clickety clack some buttons here, like Tyler is, and.
Tyler's at his parents' house. His parents are probably older, and that's why they got the old school computer.
They got the typewriter one.
Actually, my brother's a hardcore gamer. And
hardcore gamers like the mechanical keyboard. I can't. I don't like the clickety clacks. I like the nice, quiet silencer type. So, but honestly, I don't know if I can give a name with enough knowledge behind why I'm giving that name to be able to say who I think would be coming up next. So I'll leave that to you guys. I just feel like, because I'm a casual basketball fan, I think that if somebody was out there that's going to be blowing my mind away, that I have to go, read all the headlines about, I haven't found the one yet. I think, like I said, I still think they're 2, 3, maybe 4 years away from it. But when they do land, we'll know. So, yeah,
there's another guy that I just did a quick Google search that I do like a lot too. A lot. I like this kid. Again, he's young. I think it's his second year. I like Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics.
Channing Tatum. You can't pick the guy from Magic Mike, bro. It's not how this works.
Jason
I know what you're saying. I'm messing with you. Okay.
But he's, Kobe's like his idol, and Kobe would call him and mentor him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know whether he has actual game to go to that level. Does that make sense? I think he's going to be a solid player, even maybe a Hall of Famer when it's all done type of thing, if he stays consistent.
Yeah. But
you got to have guys that just take it and take the team to a whole nother level. He's had moments, but again, he's a guy I like. I really like him a lot too. But right. Yeah, definitely. If I had to pick one, Jay Morant. That'd probably be my dude. But Donovan Mitchell's pretty damn exciting too. But again, Trae Young's exciting, but only plays one side of the ball.
Jackson Hayes, man. Jackson Hayes, and I would have to go with Ben Simmons as well.
Ben Simmons reminds me of a Magic Johnson dude that can't shoot and has been trying to shoot.
He's more of the assist guy.
Yeah, he's more of the assist, run, playmaker. And he plays some defense, though, but again, he reminds me of a modern-day Magic Johnson type of thing, Good player, though, don't get me wrong, but we're talking about a dude that just carries the NBA, carries the NBA. And I don't know, J.A. is the guy right now, and Ja is the dude that I could see right now on both sides of the ball and the personality and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's a guy that just right now. But sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. By the time LeBron retires, and again, estimating 5 to 7 years or something like that. By then, Morant should have developed, and we'll know whether he's that guy or not. You know?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll give you that.
All right.
Shifting gears to America's pastime, Major League Baseball. We were talking about this quickly before we started, but Dodgers pitcher Joe Kelly, working on his quote-unquote changeup during the quarantine, ended up throwing the ball through his window instead of the netting that's the size of the fucking side of a barn, and he was literally throwing it at about 10 feet. And he still missed it. For those of you guys playing at home, I'll give you 2 seconds to be able to Google that. 1, 2. You should have it already because this thing is blowing up right now. He has the fucking netting that he has. It looks like he's trying to hit it from like 500 feet and making sure he gets that window taken care of. Window, pun intended. But instead he throws this changeup he's working on well past it on the right-hand side of it, right through the window. The best part is that his wife's Instagram, she goes and takes a video of their house, and she shows that he missed it right through the window, shattered the window. It's there in shambles, in pieces, but it's fucking hilarious. Like, you are a professional baseball player, and you can't throw a fucking changeup.
He throws a changeup. He could throw it.
He could throw it and miss a barn at 5 feet.
He's working on a changeup. He's working on a changeup. Who's thrown a changeup and perfected it the first time they threw it? Right? Come on, Tyler.
Yeah, the first time you throw it when you're 5, I don't think you're going to throw it right. But when you're go ahead.
Let's just say I hit a few backstops the first time I was trying it.
Especially if you're trying a new one, because my understanding is he already threw one. Now he's trying to throw a different one. And, dude, that's why I hated pitching. I was like, you know what? I threw a little hard. I didn't throw as hard as Tyler, by the way. But, I topped out at like 85, and Tyler was over here talking to me. He topped out at like 91.
Go fuck yourself.
Dude, I hit 95 one time, but on the freeway.
I hit 120 on the freeway for throwing stuff out there like that. Jeez.
You know? But, yeah, so Tyler, it's just, again, I tinkering with stuff, but that shit was funny. I did see it. That was pretty funny that he threw it so far. You know what? He's a guy that I kind of cheer for, though. Even though he's annoying as hell and stuff like that, but he's a local guy over here from California. Like for us, Tyler. He was born in Anaheim. He went to Corona High School in Corona, obviously California, and then he went to UC Riverside, and then from there he got drafted out of college, and I believe I could have sworn I read somewhere that he got drafted by the Angels, but I could be wrong.
He might have, and he might got traded over.
No, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Okay, I am wrong. It's because I saw him in like an Angels-looking uniform, but it wasn't the Angels uniform. But he got drafted out of by St. Louis, the Cardinals.
The Red.
He got drafted by. So he came up, then he went obviously to the Red Sox, where he won a title against us, and then he came over with us and had a horrible first half, and then did really well the second half of the season, and then of course broke our hearts with that home run against freaking what's her name, Howie Kendrick, another former Dodger that broke our hearts while he was over here.
Former Angel first, but okay.
Yeah.
So just to defend pitchers a little bit, as a pitcher, you do tinker with your pitches and your grips and just how you're weighting certain fingers on the pitch, right? That's normal because you're trying to get certain breaks on it, you're trying to get certain movement out of it, and at certain points in your delivery is where you want certain points. But for everyone who's seen the video, it was literally like hitting a broadside of a barn, and he did not hit that broadside of the barn. So I can't defend that part. But
it's like that time Tim Lincecum was pitching the ball, and it like left his hand and it flew straight up in the air instead of going towards the pitcher, the catcher. Literally like that. That bad of a miss. But it was just it's just funny that it was caught on video. Like one of those things where if they didn't have the video rolling on that, I don't think anybody would believe that he would have missed that. But I'm so glad that he was recording himself during this quarantine time, and we all get to see it and laugh about it a little bit. And
looked like he turned his wrist over a little bit too much.
just a tad. That elbow was too high. Moving on to, let's see, the crowd goes wild off of. Oh, that's right. I caught this snippet. The crowd goes wild on a walk-off home run in extra innings during what I believe is a Korean League game. in what I can only describe as interesting. The Korean ball player hit a game winner to empty the stadium. I believe they were in the 10th or the 11th inning. The club had mannequins in the stands and people cutouts behind the plate. The roar of the crowd was also played in the speakers. Like, is this where we're heading in like here in the States? I don't know. But it was hilarious that like the guy was even having it. Like after he hit it and he was running the bases, like you could see him, like if you guys watch the video, he kind of has his head down like, God, I can't believe they're doing this. They had like I don't know what other teams call them, but for the Angels, they're the Spirit Squad or whatever you want to call them. They were jumping up and down. They're like the only people in the damn stands. Whereas like these 5 Korean girls, or I'm not sure if they're Korean. Forgive me, please don't crucify me for it. But it looked like Korean Baseball League, and it's interesting to see. Do I think that we're gonna head in that direction? I mean, to play some ball maybe for a little bit, but hopefully not permanently for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I'd be interested. I mean, obviously clubs aren't just gonna sit back and do nothing. Like how we are on my end with the educational school system. Mm-hmm. There every week it seems like we get some kind of creative thing of trying to keep like teachers and parents and students involved academically, whether it's working or not. They're just trying, right? You're just throwing anything against the wall to see what sticks, like, is this gonna stick? Is this gonna work? And I think this is something that, again, Korea is dealing with for the first time too, and trying to see if it's gonna work, Yeah, and, I don't know. I like it. I like the idea. I like that they're trying.
I mean, they're trying, and they were Taiwanese. I was corrected, and I just clicked the thing again, and it showed me it was a Taiwanese league. But still, I think it's great that they're out there playing. I'm glad that they're being safe, they're taking care of themselves. But at the same time, like I think it's a little overkill with the mannequins holding signs in the stands and the people cutouts behind the plate in the seats. I think it's a little much. I think we get the situation. You don't have to do all that to kind of make it a little more realistic. We understand what's going on, and let's leave it at that.
No, it's minor league baseball type of thing. Like they do anything to draw a crowd or draw interest or get people talking, right? Get people talking. I mean, that's all they're doing.
At this point, they got us talking. So
right.
let's let it rock and roll. You know what I mean? What do you think, Tyler?
I think we could look back at how the whole Dana White situation was handled with the private island thing and use that to kind of evaluate how we as Americans would handle that. So
I am okay with Mortal Kombat Island. I mean, UFC Island, okay? I am okay with it.
But it was shut down. So
okay, so it was delayed. He still has the island.
Okay,
he's actually.
Let's take a look at the big players in the game who really shut that down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from what I hear is, it was shut down by a couple of the big hands in the play. So, which I could be completely wrong, but
I know that with like baseball, I know they're trying to do the grapefruit and the Cactus League. Instead of having it broken down East, West, and Central, it's just going to be Grapefruit and Cactus League. So, I mean, it could happen.
Anything to get us rolling, man. I mean, I think a lot of people are ready for just literally, I think the entire world has started to get into esports and everything like that just to stay entertained. And at this point, we're all watching reruns from the 70s on ESPN.
And I'm okay with that. Thank you, ESPN, for rolling that B-roll because it's amazing. Even Trout, when asked if playing in Arizona would be feasible, the 3-time MVP, I got to throw it out there for Artie, said that he's ready to play as soon as he can, but the biggest hurdles on the leagues of the idea of starting the season would have to be what would happen on the quarantine or whatever, because he's expecting a baby in the August time frame. So, I mean, I'm just saying, look, Trout was saying that he doesn't mind playing. Like, he wants to play. He wants to get back. He's going crazy. He's driving his old lady crazy. And one of the players is actually staying with him right now. And they're both driving her crazy. They basically work out 8 hours a day, and they're just shenanigans at the house, right? But he was saying that it's not feasible. They haven't been able to come up with a valid way that they're going to play. supposedly all the players are going to stay in very specific hotels. They can't leave, so they're going to go to the play and practice and whatnot, and they're going to go back to the hotels, and that's where they're going to be at. The family they can't go home to their families. They can't do this. They can't do that. Trout's biggest thing is like, hey man, I'm having a kid in August. You know, when I have to leave because I'm not missing the birth of my first child. You know, when I'm trying to come back, do I have to quarantine for 2 weeks before I come back now? Like, how is that gonna, how is that going to work with the team, and how is that going to work with the schedule? They're like, there's got to be a better way, and they haven't figured it out yet. Like, they're ready to go back now, but let's make sure we have everything in plan. We have everything ready to go before we go back to it. And in my opinion, I think it's true. I mean, I think that they need to make sure that they have every possible scenario worked out, and make sure that they're keeping everybody safe. And making sure everybody's able to.
Baseball's never coming back because they're never going to have every scenario covered.
I mean, anytime I go to the Dodger game, I'm always worried about my safety, but that's because people try to kill me there, and that's a different story.
Yeah, at least you get to see some LA team win, right?
I see LA team win all the time. The Angels have won plenty of games.
Not even half the time, actually.
I know the team that's from LA has won many times. The team that's from Brooklyn has won a few times as well.
Less times. What team has more titles, the LA team or the Brooklyn team?
The LA team has more titles than the Brooklyn version of it. All right.
Thank you.
So what do you guys think? When are we going to see baseball? Are we going to see baseball in May? I don't think so. Are we going to see it in June?
No.
Still no. Do you think July it starts going?
I think July. I think if we get into August, I don't think we're going to see baseball this year. If you ask me. If we get into August, we're not going to see baseball this year. There's just not going to be a year and another year that Trout doesn't hit the 50 home runs, you know?
He'll get it next year.
We're talking about the Dodgers. I believe the mayor shut down baseball completely until 2021.
Yeah, that's what he said, but it's one of those. I like, you know how you said, Tyler, some major hands came in and shut down the whole USC FC thing, about the island. I think that's the same thing's gonna happen with the mayor. Says, hey, I like that you said, and you're being proactive and stuff. But look at here, little guy. You don't get to make that call,
right? Right.
And this is what's gonna go down, and we'll let you say, hey, everything's safe, and we're good to go now if it presents itself. Right now, that's why nobody's come out and told him anything, because he has been at the forefront of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You notice he's the one that came up with like the stimulus plan and stuff like that of how to help California and blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, the president came out with like his plan for how to help the U.S. and stuff like that. He's been at the forefront of a lot of things. Do I think the whole year is gonna? No, I don't think that's gonna work out. But I've heard some theories of like, it might calm down as soon as it gets hot a little bit, and then it might flare back up in the fall once it starts getting cold. But again, these are all theories, and unless we find some vaccines or some stuff starts really changing, I don't know. And my personal theory, again, I told you, if we don't see baseball in July and it goes into August, we are not seeing baseball this year.
Yeah, if we don't see spring training starting at the end of June, early July, because they're saying there's going to be like a 3-week spring training to kind of get everybody acclimated and make sure everybody's good to go to start playing actual ball, then we're definitely not seeing baseball for the rest of the year. And
because you're going to put guys in harm's way. 2, you're not going to have a good enough season to be able to create a postseason to create a true champion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then plus, the later it goes, the more rain that comes, venues, it crosses into over other sports, which is a whole nother issue. I just don't. My personal opinion, that's why I'm kind of saying, hey, July, we're going to be starting by July. Baseball's going to be starting by July. But if we don't have, like you said, spring training by the end of June, and I think spring training is going to be like almost like quarantine, like a test run. I think spring training is going to be like without fans this year. Mm-hmm. My personal opinion. And then I think they're going to be hoping to time it correctly and maybe get fans in there into baseball. And if anything, I could see something stupid happening, like where there's no fans in the lower levels, only like the outfield and fucking like the reserves. And
even then, they'd be sitting too close to each other. I think that their best bet's going to be, to do what the Baltimore Orioles did that one year when they were having the riots and shit. They just closed down the entire stadium and let them play, and it worked out. They played the game. It was really weird to listen and watch, but if that's what we have to get to be able to watch some baseball and have these guys go out there and play, then I'm all for it. I hands down, I just wanted to get it going, and if that's what it's going to be for this season or this year, then so be it. And we don't get to go watch a game in person until next year, and that's fine with me. I just want some damn sports, man. Like, it's getting really ridiculous, and I don't want to watch fucking WWE because that shit's scripted. I need some unscripted live stuff happening.
Competition.
Yeah. Well, I'll invite you to my share play on MLB The Show.
Guys, I can't spit my beer like that.
He's only got 3% there, dude. He can't waste it, bro.
Like I was mid-drink on that.
I was about to take
mechanical keyboards here.
I was about to take a drink when you said that shit too, and I'm like, oh crap! Thank God I didn't drink.
And Tyler's kind of getting into it. He catches on quick because he obviously has the baseball background. Mm-hmm. Brent was on MLB The Show and we played a couple of games, and I haven't seen that dude in like 2 weeks on there. But he's an essential. He works, and I'm sure you are too. Right. I'm not an essential. I'm with the boys, and then I'm just over here essentially making sure they don't kill themselves, So I got a lot of time on my hands to be able to do that.
You have a little more.
Not bad at all at the MLB The Show. He caught on real quick.
We need to get him into some DD.
Well, the thing is, so I play a lot of games.
Do you know what DD is?
Diamond Dynasty.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Go
if
suck.
I hadn't been playing it, I would have not known.
It's because I actually play other sports games, not just one. What is it? FIFA. That's all you play.
Yeah. I used to slap you around on Madden back in the day.
Slap around is a little harsh, bro. We used to go back and forth. Back and forth. 60-40. 60-40, bro. 60-40.
Okay, all right, I give you that. All right.
Even a broken clock's right twice a day, bro. Calm down. 60-40. Right. Quit begging. Quit begging.
We can ask Andy and Evan. I'm sure they saw a lot of, especially Andy. Andy remembers seeing. All right, I'll take 60-40. All right, that's fine. Fair enough. All right.
Now we'll see
who got the shorter end.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I foresee some Madden games in our future.
Definitely.
Tyler's really good at it.
Once I see 2 days off in a row, we'll talk. Right now, I've been getting my days split. This coming up week, I have Monday, Thursday off, and then the week after that, I got Tuesday, Friday off, and the week after, it's just. They don't want to give me 2 days back to back right now, dude. I don't know who I pissed off or what's going on at the big blue box store, but fuck them.
And this week I got this week off. Next week I got next week off, and I got all these weeks off all the way till August. Can you believe that?
Hey, Artie, go fuck yourself, bro. Seriously. And on that note, everybody, take a drink. Cheers.
I was doing the math because the wifey was asking me about stuff, right? Because my whole sleep schedule is just way off now, right?
Yeah.
And I was
don't you still have to teach kids during the day?
Not like you answer their questions, you send them stuff like, so what I teach is TV production. Okay. So what I do is I set up video challenges for the kids, and then I get emails from them, or not text messages. It's a thing called remind.com. Okay. And then they'll send me messages through there. And I'll just respond to all their stuff. And like one little girl, I can't say names. One little girl's like, Mr. Costas, why do I have an F in the class? And I wanted to respond because you have not turned in any work. Like it's that simple. But sure. I give them opportunities to turn in their work and extra credit and stuff like that, however they want. But the kids just don't want to do it, and they want an easy way out. I had a student that asked me if there was any way to get their grade up without turning in a video. And I said, well, the problem is videos are summative assessments as opposed to, because she wanted to do notes. And I said, and notes are formative assessments. While I could give you notes, it's actually creating more work for me. And formative assessment points are only like the ratio is 1-2. So I think it's 1-2. Maybe it's 1-5 actually. But anyways, the ratio is not very good. So it's going to take a lot of formative assessments just to raise your grade. Right. If that makes sense. And so it's easier to do a video it's easier to do a 20-point video than it is to do like a 40-point formative assessment. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
So I do that stuff, and I respond, and I put in their points, and they turn it in. But it's a low pressure type of thing, and I contacted all the kids, and all the kids understand. And now it's just up to them. You know, I do get a lot of them raising their grade, believe it or not, but I get the same. It's basically the same ones that, like, if you're in a class, are not going to do the work. You know, you're going to get the same group, and then you get your in-betweeners that really want to raise their grade, and those are the ones that's what makes to me teaching fun, is those tweeners. You're trying to help those tweeners become B and A students, because they're really the ones that are trying to do it. The F students are just F students. They're not bad kids, at least in my program. They just don't want to do it. You know, like, that's one thing as a teacher. Themselves. Yeah, they just don't. And not that they're not capable of it, because they're nice kids, they're respectful. They ask me to go to the restroom. Hey, Mr. Kraus, can I use the restroom? You know, like, all kinds of good stuff, right? Like, I haven't, in my career as a teacher, like in TV Pro, I've only had like 2 bad kids ever, right? And I've been teaching TV Pro. This is my 6th year teaching that. And so they're not bad kids. They're just kids that just don't want to do it. Like you said, that don't want to apply themselves, you know, for whatever reason or factor. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm there helping whenever they can in different modes. But it's not necessarily like teaching like if I was in a classroom every single day.
Right.
It's going to be that way, though. At some point, you know, shit happens. Some kids are going to get on it, and some kids are going to let the bus fly by, and then other kids are going to be like, I want to do this, but bye. So, I mean, it is what it is at that point, you know? So you can only do what you can. You can only help the people that are willing to want to help themselves. I try and teach my kids that, you know, like, nobody's going to help you if you don't try and help yourself. Nobody's going to want to help you move forward if you don't want to help yourself. Always surround yourself with people that are trying to move you forward. Because if you're not trying to move forward, they're pulling you back, and you need to let them go. So make sure if you guys are listening out there, make sure that you guys are surrounding yourself with people that are trying to move you forward and not pull you back.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to get off my soapbox on that one. All right. So we got into the professional games and what's going to happen there. What else is going on in MLB? This last week or a week ago, Dodger Stadium and Dodger Stadium, Chavez Ravine and Angel Stadium were both packed to the brim with cars. There were cars there all over the place, but inside the stadiums they were empty as all day, every day, with all this Corona going on. The reason is because all of the rental car industry, all the rental car places, they have nowhere to store all their cars. Usually all these cars are on the road. They got nowhere to put them. So they put them at Angel Stadium. They put them at Dodger Stadium. I'm sure they're putting them at stadiums all across the United States. It just so happens that this was shown. The Goodyear blimp was out, and they were taking pictures, and they went by the stadiums, and they were like, what the hell? Look at all these cars, but nobody's inside. I mean, it's crazy though, right? I mean, if you guys get a chance, you know, Google that, you guys, you can see pictures of it. It's so wild to see. The stadiums are just packed, and it's like, oh man, something's going on. But then really, it's just they're all rental cars and trucks and vans and stuff like that they got nowhere to put. So it's just funny. I mean, they're not packed completely to the brim, but they're packed enough where it makes you look and go, what the hell is going on over there?
Right?
It takes a really good photo, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
with all the small gun, it probably looks nice, crisp, and clear.
If you guys haven't seen that, I don't know how it is over there in Texas and in Oklahoma or Arkansas, wherever you're at right now, Tyler. Nobody cares really. But in California and Los Angeles, the smog has always been really bad, and I've seen pictures of like the same spot. Right, they're looking down into Los Angeles and the smog, like August of 2019, and then
don't have that.
And then January of 2020, they're like it's getting a little lighter, and then February of 2019, it's a little bit lighter, and then they're all March 2019, it's fucking clear as day. It's like what? Right. Just because of all the cars going on. There's also a running joke that right now there's no traffic on the freeways anymore. It's all the non-essential people that are causing all the fucking traffic now. All the essential people can get to work and back just fine with that in traffic, but you put the non-essentials out there, and all of a sudden we got 4 hours of traffic for 10 minutes of a drive. It should be.
Makes you think.
It does make you think. I wish our public transit system was way better, especially towards the outskirts of the Los Angeles area. I know for me, I got one train station that can get me to and from Los Angeles. And, I mean, not that I'm trying to run over there to go watch a game or anything. I got one that takes me to Angel Stadium. It's a lot faster. But still, like...
that's what happens when you move out of California. I mean, to the outskirts of California.
Yeah, it happens. It is what it is.
And I will say, so that's actually something that I do for a living, is halfway deal with public transportation and stuff. But I will say our public transportation system has improved tremendously over the last decade. But, man, there are some designs that I come across my desk and I look at and I'm like, who the hell thought of this?
Who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah, man. Like right now we're going through the roundabout phase in Dallas, and it does help increase traffic flow and accidents, high speed accidents. But I'm for that one. But there are some other designs that I'm just like, who the hell thought of this?
Right.
And I love Texas, but still.
Right. Oh, Brent's a Cowboys fan too, just like Joe, who's not from Texas. God.
Wait.
I'm not even a Dallas.
Whoa. Let's rewind it. My dad's side of the family is from Texas. Are you fucking kidding me? My dad was born
in the from Texas too, dude.
My dad was born in the Rio Grande Valley down in Mission, Texas.
Like, I don't get it.
Angel Stadium is closer to me than Dodger Stadium is.
See, look, here we go. If my aunt had a, blah, 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 she'd be my uncle. Yeah, my mom's from Texas too. You don't see me being a Cowboys fan.
You weren't taught properly, I guess. I mean, you're not even a fan of football. I mean, you're a fan of football, but you don't even have a team.
You take that back, sir. You take that back.
you don't even have a team, so you should. You have no box to stand on.
Why would I have a team? They keep leaving me. They keep abandoning me.
The Cowboys will never abandon you. I've told you already a million times. I'll buy you your first jersey,
Texas.
bro. It doesn't matter. It's America's team.
I visited Texas way more times.
Are you a part of America? That's a lie. You haven't visited Texas more than me.
My mom's family is from Texas.
Okay, maybe. My dad's family's from Texas, but I still visited.
How many times you gone?
At least.
I can tell you, I've gone probably like in the 30s to 50s.
All right, you got me beat.
Like, we're
Let's
from
just stop arguing about it, and both of y'all come to Texas. How about that?
What happened?
Yeah.
I said, how about let's just stop arguing about it and both of y'all come to Texas?
Yeah, no, right? I want to go back. I haven't gone back since I was...
I'm down with it. I love Texas.
When I was a kid, and then I have not been back.
If it wasn't for the humidity, I'd live out there, honestly.
I mean, once you live in it, it's not. It doesn't.
No. Once you live without it, it's great.
If California would expand to Texas, I would live there.
If California would expand to Texas, we're just going to go and just merge them two. We're going to swallow up Arizona, spit out New Mexico, and just connect directly to freaking Texas.
So Tyler, I remember Brent talking all kinds of madness when I moved to Fontana, right? Which is a little bit of ways from where we grew up in my hometown, right? We grew up, Brent's from La Puente, just like me. Remember how you were asking me about
Bridgetown?
Your team on the show.
Yeah, the team on the show, and you're like, oh, why'd you pick this? Why'd you pick that? Right. So my team, Brent, just so you know, on MLB The Show, it's the La Puente Bridgetown Titans, right? Because obviously I went to Cal State Fullerton.
Right. Titans up.
Titans.
Yeah, Tusk up.
And then La Puente High School, I don't know if you know their colors, but it's black and orange. So I was like, oh, orange, Fullerton, they cross. So I made the LP on the hat for La Puente, and then Bridgetown, and then the Titans, right? So anyway, me and Brent are from the same place. So Brent was talking all kinds of smack because, I moved to Fontana because that's where I teach at. To Fontana, bought my first house right there when I was by myself.
I helped you paint that house, goddammit.
Yeah, part of it, yeah, for sure. You had like 2 rooms that you painted for sure.
And the hallway.
And the hallway. No, I'm not going to lie, you helped out for sure.
All right.
For sure. And Brent's like, damn, bro, why'd you have to move so far away? And bro, and I'm like, bro, I work 7 minutes from home, like. The houses are cheap and blah, blah, blah. And again, this was like a 40 to 45-minute drive from our hometown, right? And even my mom said the same thing. And I was like, look, this is all I can afford right now. It's close to work and it makes sense. I'm by myself, blah, 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 right?
Sure.
And Brent's not the only friend that said that, right? And I had quite a few friends because I moved when I was 30 over there, like, bought my house, right? So then housing in California goes up and down. And when it goes up, it goes really high up, right? In California, it's just ridiculous. So then everybody starts moving over there, right? I got my house when I moved to Fontana, a 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. I think it was 1,500 square feet, and the lot size is I think it was 15,000 square feet. So it was a good size house, right? And then I have friends that move into Fontana, into the Riverside area, San Bernardino, and all that, and they're buying $400,000 houses that are 1,200 square feet, or they're brand new, and they're like, yeah, but I got a brand new house, blah blah. And these are all the same people that talk smack because I moved to Fontana, right? Brent moved from Fontana another 20 minutes past Fontana to a place that known as Moval. It's called Moreno Valley, right? And Brent's house is nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's far.
It's fucking beautiful. I got a view. Tyler, I'll send you a photo of my backyard, bro. You sit in my pool, and you
see coyotes everywhere.
My house in downtown LA easily is a $1.5 million house. Easily in LA is a $1.5 million house with the view that I have and the rooms and the 2-story. Easily $1.5 million. But I'm in Moreno Valley, and it's only $395,000. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
On a separate podcast, we're gonna have to talk about the speaking of coyotes, the coyote problem that we had in Dallas for a little bit this past.
Oh damn, coyotes!
Wait a minute. First off, I just want to say, Tyler, you think you're coming back just like that, bro? You have a couple water beers and you crack a few jokes, and all of a sudden, I'm playing, dude. You're gonna be back for sure, bro. I'm that's a little presumptuous for you, there, motherfucker. What's up?
All right, let's get back to sports. Let's get back to sports.
All right. But yeah, so if you're gonna be asking for these massive contracts, straight up, cool. If I'm Jerry Jones, I pull in Dak Prescott and I say, all right, Dak, check it out. You want $45 million a year? Sure, I'll give you $45 million. I'll even guarantee it as long as you perform the way you're supposed to. Here's your base salary at $35 million. Everything else you're gonna get, it's up to you. You get us 12 wins, cool. You get another $2 million. You get us to the playoffs berth, okay, you get another $2 million. You get a playoff win, another $1 million bonus right there. You can get all the way up to $45 million. And even if you win a Super Bowl, boom, I'll give you an extra 10 on top of that. How about that? Now, you know what I'm saying?
How much of that 45 are you making guaranteed, though?
35.
You're giving a $35 million signing.
I'm just saying, if you're going to... guaranteed for the year. No, that's not signing anybody. Guaranteed for the year. You're getting $35 million guaranteed. Right? If you want more money from there, all right, cool. This is what's up. You're going to have to earn that. I'm giving it to you in writing. Earn it.
But how much of it is really in his control, though? Don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying. I like that. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I'm against it.
How much is it really under his control to get 12 wins? How much is it really?
A lot of it. You're the quarterback.
But he don't play both sides of the ball.
It doesn't. Yeah, but the Cowboys aren't getting whooped though.
They're not.
There's only been 1 or 2 games where they lost by more than 8 points.
Best players are running back.
You're not. Cowboys aren't getting whooped. It's coming down to the offense.
But I see, and I'm saying, realistically, their best players are running back. It's not his.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you 130%. Their best player is the running back.
So what you're saying is you want me to hand the ball off to this dude to make sure we win, right? Because we're not going to win. You're not going to win by passing the ball consistently with Dak, who's not a bad passer. Don't get me wrong. But you got to have that mix.
He has one of the highest passer ratings in the NFL, next to Tom Brady and one other guy.
And I want to see his, he has a high passer rating, but that's because they're losing and they're having to throw the ball instead of controlling the game.
But and that's the thing, they get away from doing what they're supposed to be doing. They should be doing at least 65-35, run the pass. How many times have I been yelling at the TV? And Artie, you've been at my house when I do it, and I do it a lot. How many times have I been at? How hard is it to do a play action pass? Right. If you're averaging 5 to 12 yards a pass, play action pass every goddamn time. If you're gonna do a pass, play action. If you're not, run the ball. Because now you're consistently going, okay, I'm going to look like I'm going to hand the ball off. Am I going to hand the ball off or am I not going to hand the ball off? You got to flip the coin every single time. But if I know first and second down, you're going to try and throw it, I'm not going to worry about Zeke because he's not even lined up behind you. He's lined up on the wing and he's going out to the side for a pass. Right. I know we're going for a pass here. But if every single time, or at least 3 out of the 4 plays, you're giving me the look of I'm going to hand the ball off because Zeke can run over some fucking people. But now I got you. Now I got you guys loading up the box. Now my receivers are getting open. Now I can play action pass, throw the ball down. If I give you two passes of 6 yards, guess what? We're at a first down again. Let's go. Let's keep rolling. But instead, you want to try and pass the ball 3 times and then try and do a run. And they know it's going to happen. So he's a good quarterback. He could be better. He can do better. So it is what it is.
I agree, but that's probably why he's over there making bad decisions, like with damn parties and stuff like that, right?
The fucking party. I knew it was gonna come up in 2 reasons why I knew it was gonna come up. 1, because Ari likes talking shit about my Cowboys, and 2, because I put it in the little fucking notes that we were gonna have that we were gonna talk about.
But wait, is it talking shit if it's true?
Well, okay. It's you will be in a second.
Were you invited to this party?
Everybody in Texas is invited to the party apparently. Look, did he throw? Okay. Did he throw a party? Did he throw a party? According to Prescott, it was a few people under 10 that were there. Hold on. He did. He released a statement yesterday or the day before yesterday. I can't remember, one of the two. He said, I understand and accept that there are additional responsibilities and media scrutiny that come with being an NFL quarterback. But it is very frustrating and disappointing when people provide completely inaccurate information from anonymous sources, especially now. Prescott said in that statement, it was on Tuesday, he also said, to set the record straight, I know that we all need to do our best to be socially distanced, our best to socially distance. And like everyone else, I am continuing to adjust to what that requires. But the truth is that I was with fewer than 10 people for a home dinner, not a party, on Friday night. Adding, I am very sensitive to the challenges we are all facing and making sure to support the first responders and medical personnel and everyone else putting in long hours. We are at a time when we need to keep educating ourselves about the importance of health isolation during this pandemic, and I will continue to make sure that I do my part following the guidelines until we are approved to start returning to normal activities. Now, I don't know if y'all saw some of these pictures. In the pictures, I can at least count 5 people.
Yeah, those are nice words from his PR person.
Very much so, absolutely. But I can count 5 people in those pictures. Now,
Zeke was there too.
Zeke was there eating up that food. All he does is eat with that big old hair too. Zeke, by the way, hold on real quick. Zeke, if you can hear me, please get a haircut. That's all I'm saying.
I know some people that live down the road from him. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Leave it at what? All I heard was I just people that live down the street from him. Yeah, and then it was fucking blank, bro.
No, I know some people live down the road from him, and I'll just leave it at
that. Was there a party or was there not?
There was a shindig.
There was, okay.
There was a gathering.
There was a gathering. Was there more than 10 people or was there not more than 10 people?
Over under.
Over under 15.
From my sources, and if these are Vegas lines, I'm taking the over.
Oof. Dak, be better. Zeke, be better.
Over, just like Brent took the over on the Cowboys 10.
I took the over on the Cowboys 10. I think they're going to win more than 10 games this year.
And I did too. I said 11, damn it.
That's what I said. Don't give me that boat. Don't be trying to act like I didn't.
Joe said 12, right?
Oh, okay. Yes, but I said.
Joe said 12?
You said over under 10. I said I'll give you 11, maybe 12. Maybe. Go back and listen.
But I really think the number is going to be 10. But if we have to go over under, I'd rather the over.
With the extra game and the I think we're going 11. I think we're getting 11
and 7. But if we have to go over under,
11 and 6, 11 and 6, and we're in the playoffs.
I don't know. Tyler, you think over under? Give me over under 10, and it's over under 10 on how many games the Cowboys win this year.
I'd say over. I got.
Okay, you feel very confident.
Okay, if you're saying over now, I said 11. What are you saying over?
Well, over. Oh, who? Him or Tyler? Right?
I'm saying Tyler. Okay, so I said over 10. I'm guessing they're gonna win 11, maybe squeak out a 12th win. But who are okay? So are you saying over 10? So what are you saying the number is?
I'm saying 11.
See? I think everybody's cruising right at 11.
No, but see, I said 10. But if I had to take over under, I take the over. Right? I don't think they're gonna win 9. That's the thing. I think they're gonna win 10.
Yeah,
I would feel very bad for you again, Brandon, if they won 9, dude. I'm like, damn, 9 ain't gonna get you into the playoffs.
9 ain't gonna do shit for you nowadays. Well, the NFC East, you never know. It used to be the NFC Beast, and now it's the NFC Least. Okay, right? I know what's going on.
9-8 gets you into the playoffs, right? With your whack ass division last year.
Last year,
1 game over.
Last year, bro. Last year,
right? Yeah,
we couldn't even get that one win, bro.
Better this year.
Couldn't even do.
I mean, honestly, what that division do to get better? They got rid of Eli Manning. Did that make them better?
Nah, we'll see next year. We'll have a full season.
The Eagles got rid. See, that's all that happened was quarterbacks just left, right? Because nobody in that division made any big acquisitions, right?
No, but nobody has yet. I mean, the draft is 6 days away.
Yeah,
so we shall see.
Many rookies make such a big impact on the draft, right? Like in the season.
I'm just saying, hey, trades happen. Free agents get picked up left and right. It is what it is. We'll see what happens when we get there. On that wild and crazy note, guys, it has been a pleasure and honor, yay, a privilege to have you on tonight, Tyler.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
No, dude, thank you for being on here. Artie, thanks for bringing him on. He's a good guy. I mean,
I like him. I haven't
shit.
met him in person, but I like.
Hey, man, I don't care what Artie says about you, man. You're a good guy, all right?
We'll leave that for our group chat.
There you go.
Well, I told Tyler he can stay on my pad anytime he wants.
Absolutely. I got an extra room, too, dude.
Yep.
Don't even worry about it. My view is a little bit better, though. I'll tell you that much. Although Artie's pool looks nicer. I know. All right, guys, let's say goodnight, and then we'll close it out and all that. Thanks, everybody, for saying. Everybody say goodbye.
See you guys.
Right. See ya.
Thanks for having us.
As usual, wash your hands. Be safe.
Absolutely, guys. So make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves during this huge epidemic. Don't forget, guys, to wash your hands, clean yourselves. Don't go out there without face masks. Don't go out there without gloves. Before you walk back in your home or in your car, make sure you take those gloves and face masks off. Try and swap those out. If you got the cloth ones, make sure you wash those on a daily basis, or you got enough that you're swapping up in and out, because you don't want to be putting on the same stuff. That's called cross-contamination. We don't want any of that. We don't want any of you lovely listeners to get sick and be gone from this world, and that's the last thing that we want. Once again, guys, if you guys want to send in some topics, want us to talk about certain things, heck, maybe we'll even call you and put you in one of these conversations. Make sure you email us at TheBlownSavePodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you look us up everywhere you like listening to the podcast, and let everybody know, hey, you guys got to listen to this. These guys are cracking up, and these guys are crazy. And there is a 3-drink minimum, so make sure if you guys are driving anywhere tonight, make sure that you guys have a designated driver and or an Uber. Be safe no matter what you guys are doing. Have a good one, guys, and good night.